Hello, Charles. Any luck finding our mystery woman?
Word is she's been stirring up trouble just outside the city in a town called Lexington.
Well, then that's where we'll begin our search. I'll meet you there.
Alright, so hello everybody. Welcome back to some Assassin's Creed 3. Picking up where we left off. We rescued the natives and then they just kind of disappeared. So we're going to find the lady we rescued in the hopes that she can help us find what it is we're looking for.
The Boston Weekly Advert. Have you taken leave of your senses?
But yeah, it's gonna show us how that we can explore outside the city now to a degree. Because yeah, just like the other, because I think the only Assassin's Creed games I played on here outside of the newer RPG ones were just the Ezio collection, if I'm not mistaken, which you basically went from city to city. There wasn't really much like outdoor stuff, whereas this one here does have what's effectively open world. Okay, apparently I also don't have like a sprint on the horse. But yeah, they do have like the more open areas in this one. It's still like a, oh, what the fuck do you call that? Because it's not open world. It's like a segmented open world, I guess. Where it's like there's still loading screens, but each area is fairly large, kind of like Witcher 3, you know? Like Witcher 3 gets called an open world game. It's not, though. Because there's still plenty of loading screens. But each area is quite large. So it gets called open world. These areas, honestly, they're pretty big. A couple of them, like, well, I mean, just even right now, you know, we're trying to make it across Boston. Also, because my horse doesn't gallop at all, I feel like I may have been faster actually running than getting on it, because it seems to be taking us absolutely forever to get there. Oh, look at that, I can fast travel to it. Yes, please. Like, fuck. The horses do gallop, I'm sure. Although maybe I'm just like... Am I just like missing? No. Oh, there we go. It's right trigger. Okay. I may have forgotten how to sprint. Right trigger is sprint. It has in fact been a week since I played this. And I've played some other stuff in between, so. Some newer stuff where sprint is click in the stick and hold A, not right trigger. I say I play a bunch of stuff. I play basically Borderlands, which doesn't have a sprint anyway. And Kingdoms of Amalur, I think. Right, while you're galloping, you can then hold A. See, that's what I was confused me, because I was like, it is hold A, is it not? And you can. Oh yeah, and as you saw there are some critters. That was some raccoons there. And you can kill them and skin them. There's no point, as far as I'm aware, to do that as Haytham, but when you're Connor, if you kill an animal, you actually have to skin it, and if you don't, the game ends. Which I realize doesn't make much sense, but, you know, that's what you do. And the animals in this game are super annoying. but not like some games. Well, I guess a little like some games. In like most games, the animals are super annoying because they're harder to kill than the actual enemies. Like, like especially in shooters. So like you play like something like Far Cry and you take out like an entire camp of enemies, it's fine, but then like one tiger will fuck you up. Um, Whereas in this game here, they're just super annoying because they're very aggressive, but they're also very easy to kill. And the most of the time, what you come across is wolves, where there's like a pack of them.
Have you found her?
She's made camp not too far from here.
Excellent. Well, the sooner we're done, the sooner we can get out of this cold.
I am afraid I have some bad news, sir.
Oh?
Braddock is insisting I return to service under him. I've tried to beg off, to no avail.
No doubt he's still angry about losing Pitcairn. To say nothing of the shaming we gave him. Do as he asks. In the meantime, I'll work on having you released.
I'm sorry for the trouble.
Not your fault.
To be fair, Pitcairn wasn't his anyway. And you say the shaming you gave him, you killed like a dozen of his men. Like, it's not like you just beat them down and then like they got up and walked away embarrassed because they lost to like a couple of dudes. Like, you literally killed them.
Fire's only just been snuffed. Snow recently disturbed. She's close.
Onyx.
Yep, should have tied up your horses.
These tracks are fresh. They must be hers. Seems she took to higher ground. Out of the snow and into the trees.
Okay. So yeah, obviously we can track her like this. Through the snow. I want to say that there's times where you track people using your eagle vision and you just see their footprints on the ground. And I honestly thought that the track here would light up in eagle vision, but because, you know, that's your magic, I know exactly who I'm after. Except when I don't, because in the first game, because like they establish in the very first game that eagle vision is in fact a thing. It's not just like a video game thing like Hitman sense in that. Like, he's not actually doing that. It's just making up for you not being him. Like, not being Agent 47. Whereas in Assassin's Creed, they establish that this is in fact a thing that lets you see stuff that you shouldn't be able to, because Desmond himself sees stuff in the real world with eagle vision in the first game. But also in the first game, like, your last guy that you're supposed to assassinate, he shows up as a target, and then when you kill him, it wasn't him. Well, you don't actually kill him, but because it wasn't him, but you don't know that until you're, like, ready to kill him, like, about to kill him.
Oh, damn it. Wait! Come back! You return to Braddock, Charles, before he grows suspicious. I can handle things from here.
But sir!
But nothing. Go. Stop running. I only wish to talk.
I am trying to reduce distance to
I am not
target.
your enemy.
Target lost. What do you want me to do? I'm in
Please
the fucking
just hear
deep
me out.
snow. I think the desynchronization takes too long, because I like once you hit that point where like the camera angle changes.
I can handle things from here.
Right,
But
right
sir,
trigger.
but
I was holding
Go.
A again.
Stop running. I only wish to talk.
But yeah, like once
I
the
am
camera
not
angle changes
your
and that, it's not
enemy.
like even if you manage to get your character close, it fixes
Please
it
just
or
hear me
anything.
out.
Also, you see the way she's running through the trees there? We cannot do that as
Only
Haytham.
let me speak.
That is a
Enough of
Connor
these
only
games.
thing. Well, I mean, Connor and later assassins. So yeah, this is how. Oh well, no, I thought they were gonna show you how to fight the animals here. Maybe, yeah. So yeah, this is how you fight the animals. Is basically quick time events. Now you can like shoot them and whatnot. Also, you can fuck up the button press and still get it. But yeah, you can shoot them in that, but bears take more than a single pistol shot. But yeah, oh, we can't even skin them yet. But yeah, that's why they're very annoying in this game. It's
You try my patience, woman!
because like a group of wolves will attack you, and then it's just basically a series of quick time events. And then, as I said before, when you're playing as Connor, if you kill an animal, you have to skin it. I guess you don't have to. You can leave some, but I don't remember how many. There's only like a certain amount, and then if you leave another one, it just desinks you.
Me, Haytham. I come in peace.
Why are you speaking so slow?
Sorry.
It's out of breath.
What do you want?
Well, your name, for one.
I'm Gadzit Zio.
Pleased to meet you. God's day.
Just call me Zio.
Dio.
Zio.
Dio.
Now tell me why it is you're here. Where did you get this?
From an old friend.
I've only seen such markings in one other place.
Where?
Well, it is forbidden for me to speak of it.
I saved your people. Does this mean nothing to you? Look, I am not the enemy.
Yeah.
Close to here, there is a hill. Meet me there, and we'll see if you speak the truth.
She totally just took your thing, dude. If she doesn't show up, you're fucked. Close to here, there's a hill. We're literally standing at it.
That town hosts soldiers who seek to drive my people from these lands. They're led by a man known as the Bulldog.
Excuse me, there is a
Edward Braddock.
You know him?
He is no friend of mine.
Every day, more of my people are lost to men like him.
Then I suggest we put a stop to it. Together.
What do you propose?
That we kill Edward Braddock. But first, we have to find him.
Alright.
I don't trust you.
Okay. Did I ask you to? Technically, I'm trusting you because I still haven't taken the amulet thing back.
Wait here. A Mohawkman is likely to raise suspicions, if not muskets.
This is hardly the first time I've been amongst your people. I can handle myself.
I hope so.
Can't stand being quartered there. The endless crashing of the waves, the sting of the salt in my eyes, and the goddamn gulls shrieking and shitting everywhere.
You're sure that's where we're going?
Aye, the Bulldog's putting together another expedition.
That's what they're calling them now. Expeditions.
Aye, smart too. Slap a fancy name on something and all evil is excused.
Pretty much, yep. Because, I mean, you call it an expedition, you know, you can't control what happens during the expedition. It's like, oh, unfortunately, we had to wipe out all the natives to complete our, because, you know,
are readying to move on our positions.
whatever reason.
Wonder what Braddock intends to do about it.
He's already left for the advance camp. I'll wager our little holiday here is just about ended. We'll be marching south before week's end.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, we don't just very easily get out of here.
Oi! Where you going, Cully?
Me?
No, the other cock robin.
Well, I was leaving.
Oh? And now?
Well, now... I'm going to feed you your teeth.
And you were worried I was going to be the problem?
Good old bar brawls. Yeah, that's what it is. If you counter somebody near one of the breakables. There we go. I think sometimes it doesn't really work all that well. Oh, so you can get kind of screwed. Now, thankfully, limit health loss 50%. That's very generous. I mean, obviously it is like the beginning of the game. So it makes sense. But, it's very generous because when you're in a fist fight, like, obviously the wolves can fuck you up, but when you're in a fist fight like that, they do, like, no damage.
You're hurt.
Oh, it's nothing.
Here. This should stop the bleeding.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
That wasn't necessary. But thank you.
We should move on. Meet me at Braddock's camp when you're ready.
It's always funny when they say that in games where it's like, oh, I'm meeting you there when you're ready. And then, like, when you're ready can... And they obviously go there immediately, but then, like, when you're ready can be, like, days later. Especially in games that are, like, actually have time passing, which... I'm pretty sure this one does. I'm not, like, 100% on it. But I'm reasonably certain that time actually passes in this game. Wait, so I crossed the bridge, and then, yeah, okay. So I mean, and you know, he's setting out on another expedition. And it's one of those things where it's like, I'm glad they do it that way. You know, does it make sense? Not a lick of sense, which is a weird phrase now that I said it out loud. But I'm still glad they did it. Because, I mean, theoretically, you know, when you're ready, you wouldn't really do that. That's a video game thing. You would set a time to meet them there. You know, it's like, I'll be there in X amount of days or hours or whatever, you know. Mainly because, like, you don't want to say when you're ready, and then, like, it's like, I don't really have anything to do. I'll just go. Maybe they'll show up soon. And then, like, you know, you're there for, like, let's say, a couple hours, and it's like, oh, they haven't come yet. I gotta go do this other thing now, because, you know, they haven't shown up yet. And then, like, you leave to go do whatever it is you remembered that you needed to do, and then they show up, and it just, like, you know, at some point, maybe you'll be there at the same time and still be able to complete your objective, but odds are no. But thankfully, video games, which means that the person, it's like, when you're ready, and then they will go and stand there for years. Yeah, I don't know. I can kill the animals right now as Haytham, but I don't really know what there would be any point to that. Execution is everything.
Use the snowstorm to mask your approach. Having second thoughts?
Hardly. But I'll have to approach this carefully.
Go on then. I'll keep watch from here.
Mm-hmm. Battle of Fort Necessity.
I can hide in that cart.
Well, only if you catch up to it. See, and then unlike most games with the stealth, they saw me go in there and ignored me.
2 barrels of salt, 12 pounds pork, 10 pounds beef, 7 dozen eggs, 16 wheels of cheese, none of it French, don't worry. 5 bottles of whiskey, couple dozen new uniforms, boots, and leather for patching, blankets, a cart feed for the horses. What else? That's it? That's all there is?
I don't see a cart of feed. All I see is a cart that would probably carry this other supplies, he said.
Those cannons are like to cause trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
Do not kill any guards using a weapon. So basically, don't kill any guards. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this eavesdrop on the officers is a thing. No? Wow, that guy does not give a fuck. And by these officers are a thing, I want to say they're like Washington and somebody else important, but I don't remember who. You know, just like your classic Assassin's Creed where the main character somehow comes across every famous person that was in the region. Okay, now I did see Knockout appear as he walked by, so hopefully... No way.
Tell me you've good news. General Braddock refused the offer. There will be no truce.
Damn it! Why, George? What reason did he give?
Yeah, there you
He
go,
said
it
a
is
diplomatic
Washington.
solution was no solution at all. That allowing the French to retreat would only delay an inevitable conflict. One in which they'd now have the upper hand.
There's merit to those words, as much as I hate to admit it. Still, can't he see this is unwise?
It doesn't sit well with me either. We're far from home with our forces divided. Worse, I fear Braddock's bloodlust makes him careless. It puts the men at risk. I'd rather not be delivering grim news to mothers and widows because the bulldog wanted to prove a point.
Where is the general now?
Rallying the troops.
And then it's on to Fort Duquesne, I assume?
Eventually. The march north will surely take time. There's a copy of the plans in the command tent should you wish to review them.
At least this will be ended soon.
I tried, John.
I know, my friend. I know.
That map will surely
there
be
we
of
go.
use. I need to find it.
Okay. Now then, to sabotage the cannons. But yeah, look, it's George Washington. You can tell he's important because he's wearing different clothes than everyone else. It's the only one not wearing the red. Nope. Nope, you don't see me. Oh, although this guy's seen too. Good night. I definitely did not whistle. But whatever, I'll knock you out as well, because I do need to come back here for the map anyway. Get on the ladder. grass. Nope, get off the, get down! Oh my fuck. I hate ladders in games. They are without a doubt one of the easiest ways for a character to not listen to the player. Like, I cannot tell you how
Those
many times
cannons are
a
like to cause
ladder
trouble.
has
Perhaps I could sabotage them.
how a ladder has fucked me. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous how many times that has happened.
Tell me you've good news. General Braddock refused the offer. There will be no truce.
Damn it! Why, George? What reason did he give?
He said a diplomatic solution was no solution at all. That allowing the French to retreat would only delay an inevitable conflict. One in which they'd now have the upper hand.
There's merit to those words.
I
As
think
much as
I'll
hate to
stay.
admit it. Still, can't he see this is unwise?
It doesn't sit well with me either.
There we
We're
go,
far
this
from
should do
home
it.
with our forces divided.
Unfortunately, we do
I
have to
fear
eavesdrop
Braddock's
on them
bloodlust
again,
makes him
thanks to
careless.
fucking
It
Haytham
puts
not
them at
going up
risk.
or
I'd rather not be delivering
trying to
grim
go up a
news to
ladder
mothers
when he
and
didn't
widows
need to.
because the bulldog wanted to prove a point.
Where is the general now?
Rallying the troops.
And then it's on to Fort Duquesne, I assume?
Could also cause a
Eventually.
paradox right
The
now
march
if I
north will
killed
surely take time.
Washington. I guess
With
it's
a
not a
copy of the
paradox, that's
plans in the
this is
command
a
tent should you wish to
simulation,
review
but
them.
At least this will be ended soon.
I tried, John.
I know, my friend. I know.
That map will surely be of use. I need to find it.
okay, just need to get back over to that other cannon. And this time I may just take down this guy that's down here. Because he does walk right next to that pile of leaves there. So I should be able to grab him as he goes by, and then I don't need to worry about him since he seems to be the only one down here guarding this cannon. I'm also not entirely sure how he thinks these cannons will be a problem. Because, like, they're both pointed the same way. So, unless he plans on escaping that specific direction, it should actually be good to just, like, book it all the way back up there, right? Because, I mean, that's the only guy there, and he doesn't seem to be paying that much attention. Now then, I don't think I can just get back in the cart. And he'll take me away. Like, I don't think so. I guess that wouldn't really make much sense considering that, like, they would theoretically have to unload the cart, so they would either need to have already unloaded it, in which case the guy should have already been leaving, or they still haven't unloaded it yet, in which case they would catch me as they unloaded it. Nope. I'm trying to get him to run up the post, which I think you can make him do, but, or at least could make him do before. I'm not entirely sure how to leave this fort, if I'm being honest. guess I can just hop out over here, but. Go, and then just get a little bit outside the. Okay, apparently there's a wolf over there or something. Cat, maybe by the sounds of it. Alright. Kind of ran the wrong way there after the cat attacked me. It got me turned around. But yeah, as you can see, very annoying, the animals. Although it didn't seem to do any damage to me when it jumped on my back and clawed the shit out of me. But to be fair, I am wearing what seems to be fairly heavy clothes.
What news?
Braddock has left to rally his troops. They're marching on Fort Duquesne. It'll be a while yet till they're ready, which gives us time to form a plan.
No need. We will ambush them here near the river. Go and gather your allies. I will do the same. I will send word when it is time to strike.
You are now incognito. Oh. Alright, where are we headed? Way back there. There's no fast travel, eh? Nope. I was hoping I could get my horse. But that does not seem to be an option. Maybe there's one over here. Because you can whistle for it. Huh. There it is. Hey, alright. Forgot back in the old school days where you only could assign 4 things to your quick bar. It's actually good that they sent me into incognito because, as I said, the notoriety system in this game is, from what I remember, really shit. Where even at, because I think there's only 3 levels to it, but there's very little difference between any of the levels. Like if you get even just like level 1, they immediately start to investigate you when they see you. Like any enemy, I think. And then level 2, they're like immediately hostile to you, which is whenever you're inside a fort or something, you're automatically level 2, but that makes sense. I want to say there's level 3 as well, where they like, I think they start to send people after you to hunt you down. Like just like a dude will show up to try and fuck you up. But yeah, it's like as soon as you get one, you need to go and get rid of it immediately because it's a giant pain in the ass if you don't. Yeah, it's definitely one of the worst notorieties and systems in the game, or in the games, or worst implemented. I mean, in theory, it wouldn't be bad, but like I said, just like the fact that because them investigating you isn't just like them coming over like, hey, wait, yeah, and then like they pay more attention to you when you're nearby. They will turn hostile. Like they basically, I think, start at yellow. Like when they start to see you regularly, right? Like you're doing something, they come to investigate you. It's like white, and then that fills up to yellow, and then yellow fills up to red, and they're hostile. I think at 1 notoriety, it starts at yellow. which is ridiculous. Especially when you're running around a city. 5 months?
The cold, cold ground.
Here, here.
Hard at work, I see.
How did you...
It is time. We've set up camp to the north. Meet me there.
Gentlemen, let us away.
Looks like Pitcairn got a new outfit because he was wearing gray
First it was
before.
too cold. Now it's too goddamn hot.
5 months from where you were, like that seemed to be like pretty deep winter. Somehow I doubt it would be that hot already.
Warm weather and bugs are soon to be the least of our worries.
What? You mean the bulldog? Please. We'll be in that one's beef soon enough and on to the next.
Where's your boy Lee gone off to?
Returned to finish out his service under Braddock.
I imagine the bulldog's none too pleased after the stunt we pulled.
Pleased to spin a tale of my incompetence and beg forgiveness. He is away with words, especially when it comes to flattery. I expect he'll be welcomed back with open arms.
Which would give us a man inside.
Precisely.
You say that you expect he'll be welcomed back with open arms, but if it's been 5 months, you should know whether or not he's been welcomed back.
Charles will sense it first and make his escape. He's more clever than you think.
When this is...
It's weird that the conversation lasted longer than it took to get us here.
I see you've been busy.
All these men are from many different tribes, united in their desire to see Braddock sent away. The Abenaki, the Lenape, the Shawnee.
And you? Who do you stand for?
Myself.
What would you have me do?
Will you help the others to prepare? Follow. They come.
Everything all right, sir?
Look,
Just
it's Washington again.
Savoring the moment. No doubt, many wonder why it is we've pushed so far west. These are wild lands, as yet untamed and unsettled. But it shall not always be so. In time, our holdings will no longer suffice. And that day is closer than you think. We must ensure our people have ample room to grow and further prosper. Which means we need more land. The French understand this, and endeavor to prevent such growth. They skirt around our territory, erecting forts and forging alliances, awaiting the day they might strangle us with the noose they've built. This must not come to pass. We must sever the cord and send them back. This is why we ride, to offer them one last chance. The French will leave, or they will die.
Now's the time to strike.
Wait. To scatter the expedition is not enough. We must ensure that Braddock falls, else he's sure to try again. I'll disguise myself as one of his own and make my way to his side. Your ambush will provide the perfect cover for me to deliver the killing blow.
We await your signal.
There, in front of us.
Kill militia without triggering conflict. Shouldn't be too hard. Your whistle isn't nearly as powerful as it is in some games. Oh, although I did get that guy to come here. clearly failed that.
Kill them!
Yeah, just reload last checkpoint, thank you. Stupid tree being in the way. As I said, your whistle isn't nearly as good.
In front of us.
It doesn't always attract the person you think it will.
Kill them!
Okay, well, I mean, I didn't trigger open conflict, so I'm not entirely sure. There we go, got it anyway. Now, you dickheads, I was fucking trying to do it stealthily, and you're just like, get him! I'm back in a disguise. Always good. I am glad I still managed to get that, though.
How could anyone call this forest home? It's
With the
all
French
mud
push
and-
back, there'll be a lot of opportunities for us up north.
Oh my, look at them all. It's,
Have served, you mean?
yeah, quite a few
Sir,
people.
you are grateful to her.
Edward. Not so fun on the other end of the barrel, is it?
Look out!
It's the French.
Sir,
Yeah, our
Where
plan
are you off
immediately
to?
goes to shit. Go. Oof. Two powder carts. I need a third. Oh, well, there goes one, but that one wasn't me. Dude, you gotta fucking reload. Like, how am I supposed to destroy carts if you're just gonna fucking... Like, he's just holding the thing there. He's just not reloading for some reason. As I said, some of these stupid things do not work well. Because, yeah, just like the mechanics of the game don't really allow for it very well, unfortunately, but, you know, gotta try. Gotta get that full sync. There we go. Now then, get back here, you.
I never took you for a coward, Edward.
Come on, then!
George, why?
Such arrogance. I always knew it would be the end of you. Is the end of you.
Don't. Hurry, Hurry before he gets away! I said go!
Weird that she decided to only knock that specific soldier out instead of killing them like the rest of them.
You're a hypocrite, Haytham! I'm sorry, Edward, but you forced my hand.
Right in the water too.
Why, Haytham?
Your death opens a door. It's nothing personal. Well, maybe it is a little personal. Been a pain in my ass, after all.
But we are brothers in arms.
Once, perhaps. No longer.
Do you think I've forgotten what you did? All those innocents slaughtered, and for what? It does not engender peace to cut your way to resolution.
Wrong. Whether we applied the sword more liberally and more often, the world would be a better place than it is today.
In this
I mean, that's one of those arguments where you can't, you know, say that he's wrong because there's no real way to know, right? Like, technically, if you kill all the humans, the world's a more peaceful place. Whether or not peaceful is better, you know, when it's empty, but...
It's done. Now I've upheld my part of the bargain. I expect that you will honor yours.
Follow me.
No. No!
You seem disappointed.
I thought that I held a key that would open something here.
This room is all there is.
I expected more. What do they mean?
It tells the story of Yodzizu, who came into their world and shaped it for what life might come. She had a hard journey, fraught with great loss and peril. But she believed in her children and what they might achieve. And though she is long gone from the physical world, her eyes still watch over us. Her ears still hear our words. Her hands still guide us. And her love still gives us strength.
You have shown me great kindness, dear. Thank you.
They put Zio in the titles, he 100% just called her Dio again.
I should go.
They also didn't build this up very much, did they? Like, he saved her life and then she immediately fucked off. And they didn't really have, like, I feel like they could have built that up a little bit more. Also, you may have noticed he took a ring from Braddock when he killed him. That'll come into play in a couple minutes here, I think. Rings are a weird thing in, like, games from this era. Because, like, every once in a while in a game, they'll come up, but they, like, as more than just equipment. Like, they'll come up as, like, a physical thing, like, in the, like, as part of the graphics or whatever. But for some reason, they never seem to do it right back in these days. It was, like, when this game first came out and that. Because, like, for some reason, they never just made the ring part of the character model. They always made the ring its own separate thing. So it always looked weird if the character was actually wearing it. And it never managed to, for whatever reason, match the movements of the character. So a lot of times, like in this game, like theoretically, right now, Haytham is wearing a ring. And like I said, you'll see why in a couple minutes here. Like, but like, you never see it. They just are like, yeah, the character's wearing a ring. And then it's never actually on their person. Because whenever they do show it, and they do a similar thing, I think, in Black Flag at the beginning, your character gets a ring. And he puts it on, and then it's just gone. Like, it just gets absorbed into his body. Because, like, for some reason, they just never made, like, a separate character model that had a ring as part of it. And I really don't know why.
Master Kenway, did you find it then?
It was not the right place.
The others are waiting for you.
Gentlemen, please, sit. I fear our temple was no more than a painted cave. Although it did contain precursor images and script, which means we are close.
Not close enough, it seems.
We need to redouble our efforts and expand our order and establish a permanent base here. Although the site eludes us, I am confident we will find it.
Truth. Hear, hear.
Furthermore, I believe it is time we welcome Charles into our fold. He has proven himself a loyal disciple and served unerringly since the day he came to us. He should be able to share in our knowledge and reap all the benefits that such a gift implies. Are any opposed? Very well. Charles, come, stand. Do you swear to uphold the principles of our order and all that for which we stand?
I do.
And never to share our secrets nor divulge the true nature of our work?
I do.
And to do so from now until death, whatever the cost?
I do.
Then we welcome you into our fold, brother. Together, we will usher in the dawn of a new world, one defined by purpose and order. Give me your hand. You are a Templar. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding
guide us.
Wait, what?
Bum, bum, bum. That's right. Haytham was a Templar all along. And that's the big twist. The first part of the game, you play as a Templar. And you don't even know it.
You all saw that, right?
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
The key must be the amulet Haytham took from London.
We might know what it looks like, but we're no closer to finding it. Desmond, you need to keep going.
Hey, he's your ancestor too. Why don't you hop in the Animus?
Really? That's your response? It's like dealing with a 6-year-old. What is wrong with you, Desmond?
I mean, it's the honest question, like...
You want to know what's wrong? I'm sick of being treated like I'm not even here. Desmond, do this. Desmond, do that. Desmond, you better figure things out because the sun is going to turn us all to ash. And I know I was really nice to you, but actually I'm just another Templar plot twist. And yes, I would like very much for you to be controlled by a magic space wizard so that you can murder me. So there's your answer. I'm sick of being a goddamn pawn. I thought it might be different with you. I mean, you're my father, but turns out you're no better than the fucking Templars.
Don't you ever equate me to those bastards again. You hear me? Everything I do, everything I have done, has been for you. Maybe I pushed a little too hard, asked a little too much. But try and remember exactly what's at stake here. You need to get it together, kid. running out of
Right,
time.
was unusual. Well, I'm just going to pretend that this never happened and get back to bringing everyone up to speed on where we stand. The news
Also,
isn't good. It appears this temple is powered by a collection of, well, I guess they're batteries. You found one on your way in, but there aren't any more, at least not down here.
Any idea on where we can find replacements?
Not yet, so I intend to tiptoe into the Abstergo database. Now, if I can cross-reference these particular devices with their database, then maybe we'll get lucky.
See what you can do.
Obviously. Anyway, Desmond, you can either take a look around here, or we can head back to the Animus.
so if you were wondering what he was talking about there about being like a Templar plant possessed by a space wizard and that, he's referencing the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, where you find out that Lucy was actually a Templar all along, despite helping you escape in that. It was all part of her plan. And then you get controlled by Juno or one of the Isu people there, and they make you stab her. Although I do believe they control you and make her stab her, and then like you don't know why, and then in Revelations it's revealed that she was a Templar plant. I don't think you actually find that out in Brotherhood.
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor, and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But
Well,
while
I mean,
we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
alright. So yeah, that's how all of this stuff is still like, still got built despite the people getting blowed up. Now, I want to say that we can find more of those battery things around. I know that we end up going to some other locations in the present day. Like, I want to say we have to like go break into a building or something. To get maybe to get a battery.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate the fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world. We lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A 6th, an 8th, a 10th, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
See, they're one of those like super advanced cultures that were somehow not advanced enough. and yet their technology is going to help us now. Now, I don't remember what running around here gets you. I want to say you can find more of those batteries he was talking about. Okay, so that just leads us back out, or back down. No, not gonna squeeze through there. Doesn't look like we can particularly go any higher, I don't think. You know what? We might have to come up here, yeah, to plug in a battery by the looks of it. Once we get one of them. Maybe there aren't any batteries in this place and it's all just and we do actually have to go to other places to get them. Okay, now, and then she's standing there, that's fine. I want to keep looking around for the end of this part. And then we'll start the next part going back into the Animus, because it should take us out of Haytham then. I don't think we play as him anymore. Yeah, it looks like that's about it. I think we can go and chat to people.
Would you look at that?
What is it?
If I had to guess, I would say it's a counter. And judging from the iconography, I think it's safe to say when that's emptied, the end begins.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Hello, Desmond. How's things?
Same old. Another day, another ancestor.
Who'd have thought you'd have a Templar in your family tree?
I think he started out as an assassin. They must have turned him.
Right you are, in fact. I've been reviewing our archives, and it appears that Haytham's father was indeed an assassin. Which means he was likely one too, at least for a little while.
What else did you find?
That fella from the opera, Reginald Birch, Grand Master of the London chapter of Templars, he and Haytham's father, a man named Edward, well, they were long-time rivals. Now, it appears Birch got his hands on Haytham at a rather young age. Worked his wiles to convince Haytham to switch sides. Wonder how he did it. I'll see if I can't dig up more. Honest answer, please, Desmond. Do you think we're getting out of this alive?
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty tall order. If the first Civ couldn't save the world, how the hell are we supposed to swing it?
We have some time.
We have less than 2 months. They had decades and a lot more resources. And the worst part is we knew this was coming for, what, hundreds of years?
History repeats, it seems. The first Civ was so busy with their war against us, no one even noticed what was happening. We get advance warning and then fall to fighting with the Templars. Lovely.
Hopefully, whatever's behind that door will make a difference.
And if it doesn't, well, at least we tried. Back to work I go. You should consider doing the same.
Yeah?
I'm working right now. All the visual clues are here.
Okay,
which
so
means
that's
no
everything
time to
he can
chit-chat.
say.
Sorry.
Yes? Just thought I'd, say hi.
You have more important things to do right now.
Jesus, Dad.
What? What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Hi, son. How are you? What have you been up to?
I know what you've been up to. Nothing. You wasted away in some shitty apartment with a pointless job, while the rest of us were out there fighting to make a difference.
You are such an asshole. Are you thinking about hitting me again?
There is a message for you.
Because this time, I will hit back.
Let's just get back to work, okay?
Alright. Unsurprisingly, not too much conversation from your father. Your very shitty father. Yeah, I could have swore that you found a battery in here, but maybe you just have to go up there to plug stuff in. Yeah, and then this here, as you may have noticed, we saw a bunch of emails came through, but none of them are like very important. So I'm not gonna go over them.
What are you working on?
Lots of different stuff. If you're going into the field, we need a way to keep tabs on you and stay in touch. Hacking into local security systems won't cut it.
Thanks.
For what?
I don't know. Everything. You've sacrificed a lot for me. You and Sean both. I mean, you upgraded the Animus, you helped train me, pulled me out of that coma. You put all that work into the database and helped me solve Clay's puzzles. I know I haven't been the easiest person to work with, and I'm sorry for that. I just want you to know that even if I'm shitty at showing it, I appreciate everything you've done.
You really think we'll finally get some answers down here?
Maybe. Talking to the first Civ has always been a pain in the ass, though.
Imagine what it must be like for them.
What do you mean?
They've been separated from us by tens of thousands
It's
of
not
years.
Desmond saying that,
A
though. It's his
completely
dad.
different language and culture. Possessed of an intelligence vastly superior to our own. We're lucky they've communicated as much as they have.
I don't know why they had to make this all so complicated. I mean, if they need something from me, they should just come out and say it.
I've been wondering about that myself. I get the sense Juno and Minerva didn't exactly see eye to eye. I'm studying everything I can get my hands on, but maybe you'll find something down here that can shed light on the mystery. What happened between them, and why?
You know, it's weird that that conversation happened because I talked to her and not him.
What do you think's behind that door?
It's also weird that it
No
seems to be all
idea.
coming over the radio.
Do you think it can save us?
The first Civ seemed to think so.
What if it's dangerous?
It's not like we have a lot of alternatives.
Well, we could... I don't know, warn the president?
And what's he gonna do? Who's to say he isn't in bed with Abstergo? Seems everyone is these days.
What if we went to them? To Abstergo, I mean.
I thought about it, actually. Showing them what we've seen, trying to work together. They must know so much more than we do, but...
What is it?
It's possible they know exactly what's going to happen. That they want it to happen. I mean, for all we know, they're hiding out in bunkers right now, waiting for the world to end. And then, when it's all over, out they come. Ready to take control.
God, I hope you're wrong.
So do
I mean,
Rebecca.
tracks, though.
So do I.
Alright, I should be getting back to work.
Alright. So that'll be it for this part. Next part, we'll pop back in the Animus. And like I said, we should be getting into Connor stuff. We probably... I doubt that we'll get to the point where I'll have to be doing, or where I'll start doing stuff in between, but I don't know. But that'll be it for this part. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for more.